Hey buddy, I'm here standing in front of the pluot tree. It's a multi-grafted pluot. It has each of these branches is a different variety. So over here is Flavor King, Flavor Queen, right? Dapple Dandy, and a few other ones, all multi-grafted. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take buds, I'm gonna take scions from this tree, and I'm gonna graft it onto another stone fruit tree. Try to create the same thing that was created here, which is a multi-grafted tree down here. You see right here, these little paint marks indicate two different varieties grafted onto the same tree. And it will be a fun little project. We're here, this is the San Fernando Valley, Southern California, Zone 10B. My cousin's been nice enough to let me come get some scions off these pluots. And we're gonna have some fun. We'll do a grafting project. Yeah, this has buds right here.
Good, yeah.
This has buds right here. Oh, crap. Oh, it's right here.
So this is nectarine, peach, plum, and apricot.
Wow.
4-in-1 variety.
Wow. Amazing.
This apricot is mouth-watering. It's just
really
complete sugar. It's delicious.
Fantastic.
Yeah, so it's like the best apricot. It's completely different than store-bought apricots.
Yeah?
It's like very rich in its sweetness.
This area right here, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
And this plum right here is really good too.
Yeah.
I forgot the name of it, but I have the ID card at home. I can check the ID card.
Okay, cool.
But it's really good plum. So you have to take the apricot and the plum and graft them.
Awesome. Let's get some scions here.
Yeah.
All right. I see good buds up here, so I'll just cut. I'll cut right there. And there's some scions. There's some buds that will push new leaves if the graft takes. Try to get it in focus, but I can't.
Hey everybody, so I get a lot of questions. People say, can I graft avocado to mango to mulberry back to plum tree and these kind of things? The answer in general is no. But what you can do, you can graft plum, nectarine, peach, apricot, and cherry, and pluot all in one tree. You can create a multi-grafted tree. And that's what I'm gonna do today. So I'm gonna graft onto this tree. This was a peach tree that someone threw a pit over here. And miraculously awesome, this peach grew out. And this is such a perfect candidate to do grafting on, because there's so many little small branches all over the tree that we can put a scion on each of these little branches and get a different variety growing out. So I can put plum there, I could put apricot there, I could put cherry here, I could put pluot here, and we could have a tree that will give us different kinds of fruit over the course of many months. And that's the goal here. That's what I'm gonna try to achieve here. So let me show you what I got here. I got my tools here, my materials. I got my grafting tape. I got grafting knife. This knife costs less than $20 online. I got a utility knife I can also do a graft with. I got a pruning shear. And of course I got my scions. These are all different varieties of pluots. Shout out to my cousin, thank you. These are all different varieties of apricot and plum. And here is a beauty plum and apricot. And then in here is I think this is more pluot as well. I really like pluot. Pluot is a cross between a plum and an apricot itself. And there's different varieties in that class. So we can get really creative with this tree. When I see a little tree like this, by the way, this is like 2 years old. I see this tree, I see like a blank canvas, and we can get as creative as we want with the power of grafting. All right, so let's get started. This later. All right, guys. So look at this matchup here. This is why this tree is such a great candidate to graft. Look at these small branches. Look at the matchup between the scion. This is a piece of pluot, by the way. And look at where I can graft to. Look at that. It lines up perfectly. So I can do the classic cleft graft, the brutally effective, the go-to graft, the one that works the best because there's so much cambium contact. So I can do that right there. So I'll cut right here and insert the scion right there, and hopefully we get a pluot growing out from that section. All right, here we go. Let's get started. First thing I'll do is I'll cut right here. And this is what I was talking about, a good matchup. They seem to align very, very well. Same thickness, same diameter, pretty much. Oh, I had it the other way. It was upside down. Yeah, pretty much the same thickness and diameter. That's what we're looking for here when we do some grafting, all right? So Next thing I'll do, I'll get some grafting tape. So I have some grafting tape here. This tape is special. I'll put the link in the description where you can find this tape. Basically, I get this tape from eBay, and it's a special tape because look at that stretch action. That stretch action allows it to stick to itself, and when it sticks to itself, it creates this nice environment of moisture, humidity. It creates basically like a mini greenhouse. It keeps the scion, this scion, alive while it's fusing with the rootstock, and that's sticking. And at the same time, it's weak enough to allow itself to be broken by these buds. Here's a bud. Let me show you what. That bud right there, that little thing right there is gonna form new leaves if the graft takes. It's gonna break through the tape and it's gonna push new leaves and flowers if the graft takes, all right? So this tape is weak enough to allow itself to be broken. And that's another quality characteristic of this tape. All right, there we go. I made sure to cover everything except this bottom part, because this bottom part is where I'm gonna cut and insert it into the rootstock down there, okay? So, oh, I left a part exposed. So I'm gonna cover it. There we go. Okay. Now, I'll take my box cutter and I'm gonna find the middle. I'm gonna find the middle and I'm gonna wiggle my knife and I'm gonna go right down the middle. Right down the middle of the stem. I'll go down. Ooh, I went down a little too far, but that's okay. I can always adjust. Look how I went down a little bit farther than I want to. So I'll cut off that part. And I'm left with about an inch of cut I made. And with that, then I'll get my scion back. And check this out. I'll make a cleft graft cut right here. This is the bread and butter graft. This is a highly effective graft. Ooh, forgot almost. You see that tip? That brown tip? I want a fresh tip. So let me cut off that very tip. There we go. Now we have a fresh tip. And I'm gonna make my cut, my cleft graft cut. And my goal here, what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to make an arrow, a straight arrow shape with a sharp point. There we go. I think I did it. There's the arrow I'm looking for. You see the pointy end? Now we're ready to insert. Here we go. Hopefully you can see that they're lined up. They're lined up with each other. It's always a good sign when I can run my finger across here and it's smooth surface. And that's it. Now I'm just gonna take more tape. I'm gonna take more tape and wrap it up and we're done. Again, I'm stretching the tape, making sure everything is covered. I'll wrap a few layers. I'll wrap a few layers of this tape around the part where I cut, because I want firm contact between the scion and the rootstock. I want there to be them to touch each other. Put 6, maybe at least 3 layers of tape here. I'll get that stretch action going. And while I'm wrapping, I'm holding the graft together. I'm holding the ends together to make sure it doesn't move. With my thumb and my forefinger, I'm holding it and stretching the tape. I'm stretching and wrapping as I hold them two together. We're almost done. There we go. Just like that. And we're done. Now, what I'll do is I'll just continue grafting all these, what I have, all these scions that I have here, I'll just put a bunch of different grafts on here. And so we're here in February. This is Southern California, and this is a great time to graft stone fruit because their buds are just starting to break. They think it's spring, so they're starting to wake up, and that's a perfect time to do some grafting. All right, so let's see what happens. All right, guys, check it out. The project is complete. I went a little bit overboard with the grafting. I did a lot of grafts on this tree. Check it out. This is the pluot section. Different varieties of pluot here. This is the Flavor King, Flavor Queen, Dappled Dandy, and a few others. And then here on this side of the tree, I did a lot of different apricots and pluots. No, sorry, apricots and plums. Different stuff. This is a Blenheim apricot, and I got a few plums and stuff up in this region, this area right here. All using the same kind of graft that I did on the video. Same kind of cut, the wedge graft, the cleft graft, the classic graft, the brutally effective graft. So we're here, this is February, Southern California. Let's see what happens. This is a fun little thing, little project to do, to see how many of these grafts can take on this stone fruit tree. So it's exciting, and we'll keep you updated, of course. Let's see what happens. All right, everybody, here we are 3 months later. I got some exciting updates here. Check it out. The grafts are growing. Nice, let's take a look. Here's one pluot scion. A lot of new growth bursting through the leaves. Whoa, look at this one. There's where the graft was done, right there where my pinky is. And look at all the growth that's coming out of this graft. Woo! Nice. Here's another one. Got a good solid like 6 inches of growth bursting through the grafting tape. Oh yeah, exciting times. Oh, let's just keep going. These are all pluots, by the way. Pluot, pluot, pluot. And down here, there's another graft. This I could tell by the leaves is apricot. The apricot graft is taken. That's where I made the cut, inserted. And look at all the nice new leaves bursting through the grafting tape. Here's another pluot graft. The graft was done right there where my finger is, and look at all the growth that came out. Woo! Nice. Here's another apricot. This is the Blenheim apricot. There's the graft, new growth. And look, I think this is the one I did on video. This always happens when I do these multi-graft videos. The one I do on camera grows out the least, or it doesn't grow out at all. I think this is the one I did on camera. And look, it's barely starting to wake up. It's got a little bit of growth here. Let me try to get it in focus. Focus, focus. There, look at that. Just starting to wake up a little bit. Let's look over here. This right here is the beauty plum, and it's just starting to wake up. Just starting to wake up. There's the beauty plum. So on this tree now we have peach, which is the rootstock. Peach, Blenheim apricot, various types of pluots, different varieties of pluots. We have the beauty plum, and we have a few others. What else do we get down here? Oh, that's also beauty plum that I did right there. Graft, good growth going. So four multi varieties, because there's different varieties of pluots. And in addition, next grafting season for stone fruit, I'm gonna put even more varieties on here. We're gonna create a monster Frankenstein tree to have so many different varieties of stone fruits on one tree. We're gonna be eating stone fruits for months. This is exciting, and this is certainly definitely possible with the power of grafting. You could do this to your tree at home. All you gotta do is graft them. There it is, folks. As usual, thank you for watching. Give me a thumbs up, give me a like, subscribe, and of course comment. Let me know how your grafts are going. Let's grow this channel together. All right, everybody. Thanks for watching.